and welcome. You're watching The Money Show. I'm with you, Kavita Thaplial, and on this show we'll be answering your portfolio queries. That's the focus of the show today because we have a lot of our viewers who need guidance as far as the financial strategies and specific financial goal related strategy is concerned. So what you can do is just send across your question just in case you want any help from our experts live. You can send across your queries on our WhatsApp number, which is 8657974571. You can also email us your questions on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. So when you're sending us your questions, please make sure that you give us all the details of your financial investments so far, be it any mutual fund or you've bought an insurance policy or anything that you want us to give you a recommendation or advice on. Send us all the details and also specify the kind of financial goal that you're looking for and the kind of corpus you want to accumulate, because a lot of things actually get into planning a particular financial goal. So all of that, just WhatsApp your question on our WhatsApp number and the email ID as well. But then let's begin the show, and today on the show I have with me Gautam Kalia, who is the head super investor, Miro Asset Share Khan. Gautam, hi, good evening. Welcome to the show. And the show is dedicated to our viewers today. We'll be just taking queries, and we'll try and get the viewers live also on the call. But then before that, I have Mr. Lalit Kishore's question as an email, and his portfolio has Nippon India Small Cap Fund. He's investing 1,500 monthly. He's also he has a multi cap also of Nippon India, 4,500 monthly. UTI Nifty 50 Index Fund 8,000 rupees, Kotak Emerging Equity rupees 4,000. I think we have the question. We can flash the fund's name on the screen, please. Kotak Multi-Asset Fund of Fund, he has 5,000. He's investing in that. SBI Contra Fund 4,000, SBI Large and Mid Cap 8,000, HDFC Small Cap 2,000. HDFC BAF 4,000, ICICI Pru Equity and Debt 4,000, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap 5,000. Total amount of SIP is around 50,000 rupees is what he's given us. And we are trying to get in touch with him. I don't think so. We have his, he's available on call. But then, yeah, but then I also want to, we don't have the details as to how long he wants to be invested in this particular portfolio and what's the corpus that he's looking at, Gautam. So those details, I don't have it with me. Funds, first of all, over-diversified completely. What will you say?
Yeah, there are too many funds in the portfolio.
5 CR. So I think it's 1.5 CR and in 10 years. Yeah, that is what his financial goal is. Yeah.
Yes. So if I look at his portfolio, definitely, the number of schemes is quite a bit. Plus, I think the bias is more, I would say, spread out. I can clearly see a lot of allocation in Flexi Cap, Contra, Fund of Funds, that way. So my suggestion are actually the funds look all right. So one suggestion I would do is to beef up the exposure to large caps. So ICICI Prudential Equity and Debt Fund, where he's putting in 4,000 rupees, that I will move to ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund, which translates to about 8% further exposure allocation to the large cap space, because he's only got one index fund there that is covering it. Otherwise, there's no dedicated large cap fund. Otherwise, what I would say is scheme wise, it's okay. He should gradually reduce allocation and consolidate his portfolio if he can over time by reducing exposure in maybe SBI Contra Fund and Nippon India Multi-Cap Fund, which he can reduce over time. Otherwise, if I look at his plan regarding his corpus creation, he would end up with a corpus of about 1.15 crores, and this will be done over the 10-year period, assuming a return of 12%. And he'll probably have to do like a step up of 8% every year on his existing SIP, or he'll have to increase his SIP to about 65,000 to be able to achieve 1.5 crores in the next 10 years, assuming that the portfolio generates a return of 12%. So those modifications he'll have to make to achieve his investment target.
All right. I don't have him on the phone line, but I just hope he got the recommendation that you're actually giving him. Let's move on, and okay, I will take Anil's question. Anil is on the phone line with us. Anil, hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi,
Yeah,
you're calling from
actually,
Jamshedpur?
yes, I'm calling from Jamshedpur, and
All
I
right.
have currently a portfolio of 45,600 SIP.
Sure. You want to call out the
And
name of your funds, please, Anil?
yeah, yes,
Sure.
Quant Small Cap 5,000, Axis
Okay.
Small Cap 6,000,
Right.
Nippon India Small Cap 7,000, HDFC Mid
Mm-hmm.
Cap 8,000,
Okay.
SBI Balanced Advantage Fund 2,500, ICICI Nifty 50 Index Fund 3,000, Parag
Mm-hmm.
Parikh Flexi Cap 10,000, and Grow Railways PSU Index Fund 4,000.
Sure. All right. What's the target?
My target is 5 crores in the next
Okay.
15 years. So
Okay.
I want to know if I have to make any changes in my portfolio or add any new funds.
Sure. I want to understand the selection of these funds. It's done by you?
Yes, yes, my first.
Oh, okay. So you make your own portfolio. Any specific reason why you have like a Grow Railway PSU index in your portfolio? I mean, rest of the funds are typically a BAF, a large cap or a mid cap, small cap category, but you also have a sector specific exposure. Any specific reason for having this in your portfolio? You also have a large amount of small caps. Don't you think that's adding to your risk now?
Yes, actually, I want to invest for a longer time. That's why I
Sure.
thought that if I put small cap for a longer time, then there will be not much any effect, like the dips
Okay.
will not affect me.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay. Okay. And what about the Grow Railway PSU index fund that you have in the portfolio?
Yeah, I have heard about the investments going on in the railway sector by the Indian government. That's why I have taken this.
Interesting. All right, so let's answer your query. Let's get connected with Gautam now. Gautam, first let's talk about the small cap exposure in his portfolio, okay? So he's got three small cap funds. Apart from that, he's got a bit of flexi cap also, which has a small cap exposure. But then having said that, I want to know the difference in the strategy for these small cap funds, you know, because the universe of a small cap is very large, okay, Gautam. The fund manager has a lot of liberty to experiment and to try different themes and philosophies as far as this fund is concerned. But then, is there any different investing strategy in quant small between small quant, Axis, and Nippon India small cap?
Yes, absolutely. And you know the advantage of having a diversifying across different funds is obviously there because the strategies are different and the small cap space is much larger. So you end up with a larger universe to choose from vis-a-vis, let's say, the large cap space. So definitely, it's more attractive to look at investing in two, three different small cap funds. The problem with doing that is that you end up with a significant allocation to that space, like you correctly highlighted. So if I just look at the mid cap and small cap dedicated funds, his allocation is 57%. And while I heard his answer in terms of keeping more money in the space because he's investing in the long term, we need to keep in mind as investors that large cap fund also delivers good returns in the long term. Just taking additional risk does not necessarily translate into additional returns. You know, you I know that there is a relationship between risk and return, but the relationship is not that guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that higher risk will lead to higher return. And also, your behavior as an investor may get impacted, especially if small cap as a segment underperforms for a longer than anticipated period of time. And you're stuck with positions. You're looking at a portfolio that is not moving for 3, 4, 5 years, and that's when you end up making mistakes, which are investment mistakes or behavioral mistakes. So you want to avoid that as well, and that's why for to a large extent, I'll be recommending changes to your allocation right now. But before I do that, at a fund specific level, what I'll say is that your existing SIP of 45,600 will end up creating a corpus of about 2.2, 2.3 crores. And you'll need to increase your SIP amount to about 1 lakh if you want to hit your target of 5 crores in the next 15 years. This is assuming a return of 12% a year. Alternatively, if you just are able to increase your SIP by 10% every year, then your corpus of 2.27 crores will end up being about 3.8 crores. Still not the 5 crore mark that you're looking to achieve. So maybe then you will have to increase your investment duration. Now, when I look at the schemes, ICICI Nifty 50 Index Fund and SBI Balance Advantage Fund, two schemes, and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, these three schemes you should continue with. HDFC Mid Cap Fund, Quant Small Cap Fund, Axis Small Cap Fund, Nippon India Small Cap Fund. These funds definitely I would suggest you make some changes, and I'll just come to that. Grow Railways PSU Index Fund, which we specifically talked about, the allocation is nearly 9% in your SIP, monthly allocation. So that I'll say shift maybe 2,000 rupees from that to the Mire Asset Grade Consumer Fund, which is another thematic scheme if you want to keep thematic exposure. Now coming to the small and mid cap space in your portfolio, which has the largest allocation. HDFC Midcap Fund, where you have 8,000, shift 2,300 to Bandhan Core Equity Fund, which is the large and mid-cap scheme. Quant Small Cap, where you have 5,000, move 3,000 to, again, Bandhan Core Equity Fund, which is a large and mid-cap scheme. Access Small Cap, where you have 6,100, move entirely to Nippon India Large Cap, so that you get higher allocation there. As well as Nippon India Small Cap, where you have 7,000, move about 3,000 per month SIP to Nippon India Large Cap. That way you will have a large cap biased portfolio rather than current allocation will lead you into a small and mid cap heavy portfolio.
I think I have Anil on the phone line with me. Anil, anything else you want to ask Gautam?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, all the best. I have Vimal on the phone line with me. Vimal, hi, good evening. You're calling from?
I'm calling from Kannur, Kerala.
All right. Okay, so you want to know about Mirasit Small Cap Fund. Is that it?
Yes, correct.
Okay, any specific details you would want to give as to since how long are you invested? What's your investment duration?
Okay, I just want to know whether I redeem it now or potentially leave it.
Any specific reason why you are thinking of redeeming?
No, but I have accepted that fund because of suggestion from my brokerage.
Okay. All right, Gautam, just on that basis, would you recommend an exit from this fund?
Right. So, first, I like to say that it's too high. You should stay invested for at least 3 to 5 years. The thought process of whether I should invest or not. Once you've gone through that decision, then you should stay invested for 3 to 5 years, unless there is something significantly wrong with the fund. So that I don't see as being a problem. This is obviously a small cap category scheme, and small cap and mid cap move in cycles. We are in the, I would say, the bear part of the cycle where there could be pain, there could be you won't be able to see returns for some time, and that sometimes could be even 1-2 years. So I would say please be patient and continue with the investment. This is a new fund. It's launched only in Jan this year, and it doesn't have a long-term track record. So I would say if you're an investor who's ready to take high risk and your investment tenure is long, then you should definitely stick to this. But obviously, the decision has to be taken in the context of your overall portfolio. I hope you have a core portfolio of investments in mutual funds with large cap fund allocation as well as some mid cap flexi cap fund allocation.
Okay. Vimal, are you there with me on the phone line? Okay, let's move on. I have Jayalakshmi on the phone line. Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you so much for sending us your question, Jayalakshmi. And you're calling from?
I'm calling from Bangalore.
All right. So you want to invest 50,000. Is that right?
Yes, in equity. And I'm playing it quite low because of the current status of the market. So I hold Bajaj Housing and Zomato. So first I need to
Okay.
understand if I need to continue.
So I think for stock specific recommendation, we would recommend our other show where we answer stock specific queries. But I do have your mutual funds details, which is Parak Parik Flexi Cap, SBI Small Cap, HDFC, BSE Sensex, and Mirasit Large and Mid Cap. So let's just talk about your mutual fund portfolio. And I believe you want to invest more 50,000 in mutual fund, or it's combined in equity, which has shares and mutual funds you're talking about.
No, the mutual funds are SIPs, so they are exclusive. And these four funds, I just started really religiously past 2 months. So the amounts that I've mentioned, I would further continue. So I just want to know, is it a good thought to continue with these four, or should I make changes?
Funds are definitely good. What time frame are you looking at?
It's long term. Unless
it's
really an emergency, I would redeem. Otherwise, I would certainly continue.
Sure. Any specific corpus that you're looking at, or is just wealth creation so far for you?
It's wealth creation. See, I've invested in my house. I'll soon get my possession. So I have a running loan. So maybe I'll use it for that purpose down the line.
Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. Let's get your query answered. Gautam, funds look good?
Yeah, so short answer, funds look good, and surprisingly, allocation is also good. The large cap bias in the portfolio is there, so really no need to make any changes. It looks like a pretty solid portfolio. Four schemes, good enough for the amount being invested. What I would say is that if she's able to continue for 10 years, and this portfolio gives about 12% return, then she's looking at a 80 lakhs to 1 crore kind of corpus in 10 years. So hopefully she is able to continue, stay the course, and continue the SIPs.
Okay. Jayalakshmi, anything else you want to ask Gautam?
No. Thank you so much, Gautam and the lady.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
All the best. All the best. I have Mr. Venkatesh on the phone line with me. Hi, good evening.
Hi, very good evening, madam. Myself, Venkatesh, calling from Hyderabad.
Sure.
Hyderabad.
Okay, hi. Okay.
Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank
madam,
you so much for asking. Tell us.
I've been started investing from 2023, January onwards. Okay, and I already shared my portfolio details also. Every month I've been 85,000 I've been investing per month. I want to invest till another 10 years. So currently I'm 46 now. So I'm planning for 10 years. So I completed so far 2 years, and my portfolio value is around 20 lakhs change. Okay. I invested so far 17 lakhs, some 17,000. So I just want to cross check, I want to increase some amount of 5,000 or 10,000 in the future. So which ones I do? Just can you review my portfolio and suggest me if any changes required? Based on that, I can allocate the funds, as well as I've been not sure about the Flexi cap, which I've been allocating for the two Flexi caps, HDFC and Parak Parak. So do I need to change, or I can continue two Flexi caps, or I want to continue with one Flexi cap? Just that's one question.
Sure. All right. Thank you so much for asking these questions, because it also means that you are well versed with the kind of portfolio you have and the way you want to go ahead with it. So congratulations over there in terms of awareness and education. And Gautam, what will you recommend?
Yeah, so what I'd suggest, one is, again, the portfolio bias is very strong in the small and mid cap space. So one is that I would suggest that please add ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund to your portfolio, and whatever additional amount you start in SIP, please start there. When I look at, let's say, Canada, Robeco, small cap, there I would say you got 12,500 being put there. Move 8,500 from there to HDFC Flexi Cap, and the remaining to Mirae Asset Grade Consumer Fund. Tata Small Cap, shift from 12,500, shift 2,000 to Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund, which is already there in your portfolio. Kotak Emerging Equity Fund, which is again mid cap, shift 1,500 to Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. And finally, Edelweiss Mid Cap, where you have 12,500, move that to Parag Parekh Flexi Cap Fund. So I'm actually asking you to bolster your allocation to both Flexi Cap funds in your portfolio. And I think you should keep both those funds. They are, part of your core portfolio. And while they are large in AUM, they still have enough flexibility inherent, and there's enough liquidity in the stocks that they manage that it won't have a significant impact cost on portfolio reallocation. So there is, and that is definitely not showing in their performance. So kindly continue in these two Flexi Cap funds.
All right, Mr. Venkatesh, are you there on the phone line with me? Do you want to ask anything else to our experts?
Nothing, but just one question. Like nowadays,
Sure.
the Flexi Cap means the large cap funds only, right? So I don't
Exactly.
understand why the advisor is going for other blue chip because mostly Parag Parag and HDFC almost been largely tinted to large caps only. So that's
Sure,
only question.
it is.
I just have a
Certain amount of
every
exposure
advisor-
is into large cap. Yeah. A higher amount of exposure is there into a large cap, but they are not pure large cap.
Correct.
So that is a very huge difference. We still have some amount of mid cap and small cap, and there are also
Correct.
dynamic flexi cap funds where the fund manager can just take a call and maybe just go high on their mid cap and small cap exposure. So that when that happens, it might just trigger or backfire your strategy of having a large cap exposure in flexi cap, which is why I think it will be good for you to have a pure large cap. Gautam, anything you want to add? Sorry, I just took away your bit. Sorry.
Yes, but yes, you are absolutely right, Kavita. The reason is that market volatility, our expectation is that it will continue to persist, and with the higher volatility, higher uncertainty, there is this increased risk of continued underperformance in the mid and small cap space, and that's probably another reason why you'll see a lot of flexi caps tilted towards higher allocation in large caps. And for the last, I think now 1.5 years plus, I have been telling clients to have a large cap bias portfolio. And that's what we continue to advise our clients to do.
All right. I hope Mr. Venkatesh that answers all of your queries. And with that, Gautam, thank you so much, Gautam, for being on the show today and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. Thank you.